Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my little series where I'm going to share some stuff that I make other outside of pipes or restoring and other such things. I just thought I'd share some of this stuff because, you know, we all have stuff outside of the hobby, and I find it interesting when people kind of share that stuff. So, and like I explained before, being what they call a maker now, where I like to make things, I figured I'd share some of those things with you guys. And since I definitely, because I'm from Wisconsin and a Packer fan, I really don't have any football to watch today, unfortunately. First time in 8 years. But anyway, I do have the house to myself this afternoon, so that's why I'm kind of shooting some of these in a row, which I'll add more as I go. But this one is more recent. And I really got... I have to thank Andy Nomdetube for this, kind of from his Instagram post, and even that some of that discussion during that Smokestream Live is kind of where the ideas maybe kind of got planted in my head a little bit anyway. And the topic came up about shaving anyways, and for many years I gave up shaving with a disposable and used electric only. Just because it irritated my skin, and because I have facial hair that actually grows relatively fast, actually pretty fast, and it's pretty coarse, and it tear me up, no matter which kind I tried. So, long story short, it was shortly after doing that live stream, and we didn't talk about a whole lot, but we talked about shaving, and I know he was in the wet shaving with the brushes and whatnot. So I was in an antique store. I was actually hunting for pipes. Didn't find any. They had an old Gillette Tech, really inexpensive. I forget what year. I want to say it's from the 50s. And it had like the box with it. And so I was like, okay, well, I like to do stuff, so let's restore a razor. And I'll try this one out, and I'll find out if I like it. And I thought, if anything else, if I restore it, shine it up, clean it, and I don't like it, since it did have the box with it, which was like 49 cents or something like that, it'd make a really cool piece to set out, just as a piece to have out for decorative purposes. But anyways, I did try it. I did go to what most guys probably do when they first start wet shaving, and I just headed down to Walgreens and got myself a cheap brush and some cheap soap and some cheap blades and actually tried it, and it worked great, and I have been wet shaving ever since. So, I mean, I can essentially, to really put this to the test, I would wet shave. I did it every day to really see if I was going to get a lot of razor burn irritation. And really, to my surprise, I didn't get any. Well, I might have got a little bit, but that was more my technique at the time. But it was not nearly anything that I'd get with a cartridge razor. I mean, it would be so little that you barely even notice it. And so I did that for almost a straight week. And now I do it every day, every other day, mostly because, like I said, my facial hair grows relatively fast, so if I wanted to shave smooth, I would have to do it every single day. I can sometimes get away with 2 days, but that's why I get a kick. I was watching some videos, I was looking into it, and they're like, oh, I got a 2 day shave, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be way more hairier than that. But anyways, moving along, which led me to curious about shaving brushes, and that is what today's thing is that I had made. And these, like I said, these are newer. I just made these a while ago, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen both of these actually. Well, that was very Wisconsin-ish. But anyways, one is I made this one. I actually started on this one quite a while ago, and I got really busy and just never got around to finishing it. And this is mahogany and a maple stripe in it. It does have a synthetic brush head, which, you know, there's opinions on that. But one thing I will say about this synthetic head, I was actually really surprised when I used it, and it's actually the brush I use most right now. I actually liked it. But yeah, you just get some wood, and if any of you guys do have blades, it's actually a really fun project. The knots you can get off I think like goldennub.com, or there's other places you can purchase the brush heads, which are called knots. So you can find those online, and if you ever wanted to just mess around on your lathe, you can make one of these. And it takes such little wood, you can actually, if you have scrap, it works really good. So I made this one, and then I made this one because this is a boar bristled brush, and this was kind of a different shape that I made. And this is again mahogany and maple. And yeah, they're really fun projects. It's not difficult if you have a lathe. If you don't have a lathe, don't worry. There's a guy on YouTube that uses a drill press to make one, and the very first one I tried, I was curious, so I did start making one on a drill press, and it can be done. So all you'd have to put in the YouTube search is making a shaving brush using a drill press. And so if you have a drill press, you can make one. I'm sure you could probably figure out a way to do it with a regular screw gun too, but definitely much easier probably on the lathe. And so they were actually really fun. Both of these I did finish with a CA finishing. So, you know, there's probably some preferences more so than debate on what to finish them with, because they are going to be getting somewhat wet, so you need something very durable on there. If you've ever turned pens at all or made pens, you're definitely familiar with a CA finish, which is aniline glue or super glue, and it makes a really durable finish. They said a lot of pen turners use them, and it worked great for this project. It makes a very durable finish on there. But these are the two I made so far. I'm going to continue to make some of these because I actually enjoy making these because they're kind of fun. Even if you have a lathe and you're starting to kind of learn how to use it other than pipe making or making spindles, or maybe you're a turkey hunter and you like to use the lathe to make strikers of some sort too. These are fun to make. Or if you turn pens. I don't know if you turn pens, but turn pens, you'd probably enjoy making some of these, and I would imagine they'd make great gifts for somebody that does wet shave. But that has been the latest project I had taken on. It did take me a while because I got really busy, and so that is that. I don't know what the next one's going to be as far as things I make or like to make or whatever, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I would actually, if you guys want to do a video response, that'd be great. I'd like to hear about things that you guys make, maybe outside of pipe smoking, as far as, you know, restoring, making pipes, or corn cobs. If you got another hobby where you guys like to make things, just leave a video response in the comments below, and I'd like to check that out. I would think it's kind of cool to see what other people are into as far as hobbies outside of this hobby. So with that, I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you on the next one.